Hi Cancer, welcome back to my channel Tarot C. I am Z and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what are the messages, what the cards that come out in this reading for you today. Thank you so much for joining and for being here for the reading. So let's begin. Let's find out what cards come out, what messages come through with the cards in the reading today. So the first card we have is the Five of Wands in the reverse. So the Five of Wands in the reverse, we do have some fire sign energy with this. We could be dealing with a Sagittarius or a Leo or even an Aries. And we have the King of Wands. And we have the Hermit card in the reverse. So we also have Virgo energy with that Hermit card. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Wands. So with the Six of Wands showing up here at the bottom of the deck, this does feel like a pretty positive energy as far as being noticed for all the right reasons. I do feel like with the Six of Wands, this does feel like an energy of getting someone's attention or getting a lot of people's attention. It feels like an energy of being recognized. But I do also feel like this feels like being recognized for something you've done. Also a sense of being able to be recognized for all of the things that I do feel like are like attributes to you. I do feel like with the Six of Wands showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of what's being popular. I do feel like you could be dealing with someone who's popular, someone who's in the public eye, or this could be you being in a space where it's like you are actually in a space where you're beginning to accelerate to that level, whether it's in work or even when it comes to being able to really attract a lot of people to you for some reason. I do feel like though, with the Five of Wands in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of someone who feels quite bad. I do feel like when it comes to how someone feels within a connection with you or how they feel about you, their feelings they may feel bad. They could have been a fallout or they could have been a misunderstanding between you and this person, but this person does actually, they're in a space where it does actually affect them, the way in which they came across, or they're in a space of just feeling bad to the point of being remorseful. I do feel like with the Five of Wands in the reverse, there's a desire for being able to kind of clean up that energy or be able to work something out. With this Five of Wands, this could also be somebody being in a space where they want to be able to apologize and kind of extend an apology to you. I do feel like with the Five of Wands, there's a desire for being able to make peace. So to be able to work something out and kind of hash things out and be able to move forward with being on the same page. Do you feel like with the King of Wands from up over here, this does feel like a pretty confident energy. This also feels like a sense of being in a space where when it comes to a situation, you are handling it maturely. I also feel like when it comes to you handling it maturely, there is a sense of somebody being in a space where it's like it's putting them in a space of feeling bad about the way they handled it. So the King of Wands from up over here, this does feel like this could be your energy, but it does feel like a sense of being in a space where it's like you are leading by example within a connection or within a situation with someone. So I do feel like there's a sense of kind of getting someone's attention in the way you're handling things. But this King of Wands showing up over here feels like a very confident energy. I do also feel like there's a sense of actually being in a space where it's like you are taking the lead on things, and I do feel like it's working in your favor to be able to stick to your guns, be able to show up as yourself, being confident and being within your own energy. With the Hermit card showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of someone who's in a space where they're in deep contemplation. I do feel like with the Hermit card in the reverse, this feels like an energy of someone who's actually missing you. I do feel like there's a sense of a person who's in a space where they could actually be experiencing a sense of the void or a sense of loneliness when it comes to being away from you or being apart. There's a sense of deep reflection leading to somebody actually missing you. I do feel like you are on this person's mind quite heavily. So I'm going to clarify these cards. We have the Eight of Wands. We've got the Ten of Cups. And we've got the Three of Pentacles. And at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Temperance card. So we could be dealing with a Sagittarius with this. But the temperance card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of wanting to be able to have peace within a connection. So this does feel like a sense of being able to have more harmonious energy in this connection. There could be a sense of the dust settling, especially being able to get to a place where things feel like they are more calm after experience a heightened energy within this connection. With the temperance card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being able to experience a calmer energy. I do feel like there's a sense of being in a space where there's this thing of going with the flow within this connection. And I do feel like with that, there does feel like there is a sense of being able to make amends with someone, and I do feel like being able to experience, being able to have things move forward with a clean slate with somebody. I do feel like with the Eight of Wands, this feels like communication. This does feel like a sense of somebody wanting to be able to express something, wanting to be able to make contact, communicate something. And with the Five of Wands in the reverse, this does feel like it's coming from a genuine place. Somebody who's experiencing a sense of regret or remorse for past actions as well. This does feel like a sense of a desire to clear the air, and I do feel like there's a sense of wanting to be able to actually express that. There's a sense of being able to express that as well. I do feel like with the Eight of Wands, this feels like a fast energy as well. This does feel like a sense of being able to make up quickly. I also feel that within this connection, things may move forward quite quickly, that there could be possibility of misunderstandings, and being able to actually communicate along the way through those. Does feel like this person is somebody who's going to be able to communicate with you and kind of express things to be able to ensure that you are on the same page. But the Ten of Cups showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of a pretty deep and beautiful connection that you have with this person. With this Ten of Cups showing up over here underneath this King of Wands, this does feel like an energy of having a strong emotional connection or being on the same page when it comes to the emotional side of things in this connection with someone. I do feel like within yourself, when you're being when you're being honest with yourself, there is a sense of actually feeling quite deeply for this person. And I do feel like with this Ten of Cups showing up over here, this feels like an energy of being able to look at this connection as one that is the one that's going to lead to this happily ever after that you may be after. I do feel like with this Ten of Cups showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of having a connection that does feel like it is reaching this point of being able to experience this sense of fulfillment, the sense of stability, as far as being able to have this stability in the good times in this connection. I do feel like with the Three of Pentacles, this feels like an energy of being able to have a connection with someone who you're compatible with. So I do feel like in a lot of ways you're quite compatible with this person. With the Three of Cups showing up, the Three of Pentacles showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being able to work quite well together. This does feel like an energy of having a common goal in mind. It's like you're working towards the same things within this connection. And I do feel like with the Temperance card showing up over here, I do feel like your energies complement each other. And when it comes to being able to make things work in a connection, this does feel like you both being on the same page when it comes to being able to achieve the same goals. So it does feel like having cooperation because of that compatibility that you have between the two of you. This Three of Pentacles showing up over here feels like an energy of being able to work things out quite well with someone. And I do feel like you can make this work, especially with this Five of Wands showing up in the reverse. This feels like an energy of someone who's willing to be able to work something out with you. I do feel like with this Hermit card showing up in the reverse, this also feels like an energy of somebody who's in a space where they are aware. They are aware of this connection and how you feel, how they feel about you, and how they want you in their life. So I do feel like there's a sense of being in a space where when it comes to this connection, this person wouldn't want to be without you. I do feel like there's this desire to not lose you, not lose this connection. So I am going to clarify these cards. We have calling in your soulmate. We've got chemistry. And we have getting to know each other. So this calling in your soulmate card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of you are dealing with someone who is wanting a relationship. I do feel like this person wants to be able to make a connection work because this is what they're after. I do feel like with this calling in your soulmate card showing up over here, this feels like a pretty intentional energy as well for this connection. And I do feel like with this calling in your soulmate card showing up over here, this does also feel like an energy of this person feeling like they are in a connection with somebody who is going to be their soulmates or is their soulmate. There is something soulmate-like about this connection. It does feel like it affects them quite deeply. I do feel like this person feels a lot for you with that Five of Wands as well. With this chemistry card showing up over here, I also feel that when it comes to your connection with this person, you have a strong attraction between the two of you. And I do feel like also a strong chemistry. You could have strong banter between the two of you when it comes to your communication, but I also feel that there's a sense of being able to experience this connection that feels mutual as far as the way it makes you feel. I do feel like with the getting to know each other card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being able to actually experience this connection in a deep way when it comes to your bond deepening, when it comes to getting to know someone. And I do feel like with the Hermit card showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of someone being in a space where I do also feel that they are also in a space where it's like they are doing a lot of introspection and self-reflection. And I do also feel like it's kind of something that they are also showing up to this connection with more enlightenment. And when it comes to being able to get to know this person and this connection, it does feel like you have a sense of being able to actually connect much deeper when it comes to being able to have a connection that feels like you are actually deepening your connection through your interactions, through your conversations. So I do feel like with this Hermit card in the reverse, feels like an energy of somebody who wants to be able to actually take things, especially when it comes to your interactions and when it comes to even your conversations, to the next level, to that deeper sense of being able to bond with you. I do feel like there's a sense of having a strong connection with the Temperance card showing up over here. I also feel like there's a sense of being able to experience a connection with someone who's quite patient with you, or they may actually experience you as being quite patient with them. I do feel like with the Six of Wands showing up over here, this also feels like an energy of somebody who's trying to get your attention. So I do feel like there's a sense of wanting to be able to actually be able to get your attention, to be able to stand out in your eyes. And I do feel like there's a sense of this person wanting to be able to say something. I do feel like there could be an apology, there could be a conversation that's quite significant with that Five of Wands, but there's a sense of this person actually viewing this connection as one that does feel like it is resembling one with a soulmate. This connection feels like it is a soulmate-like connection. So those are the messages I'm getting with these cards for you, Cancer. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, Cancer.